Hi folks, welcome to the Stronghold Crafters channel. In this video I'm going to discuss how the assembly process took place with the Adventurer's Keep. I'll back this off a little bit so you can get a better look. That's the front. That's the side. That is the rear. Another side. Now if you look back to the original layout drawing, I kept most of it except for these trim pieces. I felt that they were going to be too difficult to put in because of how small they would be, and carving would have been a nightmare, so I decided, nah, we don't need them, so I took them out of the drawing. And but I did keep most of the original design, and I did add these two buttresses, which were more of a tactical addition, because if you've got figures here that are trying to get into the keep, they're going to have to go around this hunk of stone before they can even get to the entrance. And what's going to be awaiting them is arrow slits firing rapidly, or however fast they can shoot. Anyway, if we go up to the roof up here, you can see I've got these Merlins here, highly detailed, and you see they also don't look very uniform. Well, there's a reason for that. The commander of the keep decided that he wanted the archers to chip out the stone here so they could actually have more play with their firing. And you're like, well, what's this here? Well, he also wanted them to chip out the stone here so that they could actually fire down more readily. And while we're up here, I'll go into further detail about how I carved the stone here. There's where the trapdoor is, and you're probably wondering, well, what's with the polystyrene being extruded here and it's expanded here? Well, basically just texture. That's what's nice about extruded polystyrene. It can be very smooth at first, and you can rough it up, and it's a little bit more durable. This is only actually a ½ an inch right here, while the rest of it is the expanded polystyrene, which has a better sense for stone texture once it's painted. And believe it or not, this piece here is a separate piece from this piece, as well as this piece here and this piece here. It was easier to cut the foam that way. I had more play with being able to attach the pieces together, and then I just took the engraving tool and I just carved a joining line so it made it look like it was all part of the same piece. So with this piece here, at first I didn't know how I was going to do this piece. So I thought, okay, I'll just do a separate piece here, I'll do a separate piece here, and we'll just see what I can fit in there. And luckily I had some scrap pieces that actually fit this corner here. So I just took my scroll table and I just cut it down to, I measured it and cut it down to size. And I thought, well, maybe if I just mark it off and then cut off at an angle which I could control, and see if I can miter that down to almost the perfect corner. And actually, it turned out pretty good, per se. Of course, nothing's perfect, but we can get pretty close to it, per se. So, and you're probably wondering, okay, why is this thing hollow? And that is a good question. Since this is a practice castle, I wanted to make it hollow in case I wanted to insert like a light fixture. So as you can see here, these holes are all going all the way through the polystyrene. So, you know, like I said, with a practice castle will keep, for that matter, you can do whatever you want, because it's practice. But you're going to make mistakes. Believe me, I have made some mistakes. Pay no attention to that. Anyway, the key is, can you cover up your mistakes, or can you just, you know, get over your mistake and just redo it? It also made it a lot easier to assemble the thing and give me other options down the road. I was planning in the future to add a base to this, but for right now I just wanted to get something that would be on a flat surface so that I could yeah, hone my skills a little bit. And on my website I do talk about glue and adhesives, and I'll highlight that just a little bit. Most of this castle, it's not a castle to keep, castle has more stuff to it, was put together with the Loctite Power Grab. This stuff is very good for something that you want a quick bond with and still be able to keep building onto something. The stuff is very thick, and it's hard to squeeze out of the tube. It's a lot easier to squeeze out of a caulking tube, which it comes in both kinds. So just keep that in mind. What's also nice about it is, if you have two pieces that have like divots in it or grooves or whatever, you put enough of it on there in between the two pieces and squeeze it together, it will go into those grooves and give you a very good secure bond. So keep that in mind. And actually, this piece here was used, well, it was glued together with Elmer's multi-purpose glue, which takes longer to cure. It's more liquidy, and it's better for stuff that doesn't need a really strong bond, but you just need to glue it on. But it does a pretty good job for small things. And actually, getting back to the Loctite Power Grab, I actually glued this wall, and that roof piece all together at the same time. And then I waited a few hours, and then I glued the other two walls together along with the roof. So it all spaced out pretty good. And overnight there was a good enough bond that I was able to do the additional carving I needed, which I was very happy with. So one last pass. Like I said, I was very happy how this turned out. And what I didn't mention before, I'll mention now. I did get this idea of the two different mediums of polystyrene from Terranscapes, which has a website and a YouTube channel. There's so many cool things on that channel. I can't even begin to talk about the stuff. All kinds of terrain stuff, all kinds of ideas. Very entertaining. So what I haven't mentioned before, I'll mention now. Questions and comments are welcome. So feel free to leave something behind. If you are interested in more videos of this nature type, you know what I'm saying. Hit the subscribe button, and for more information about what I'm working on, I also have a website. It is strongholdsoffantasy.com, and I will talk to you later. Bye.